When I first met Emma, I truly believed I had struck gold. She was everything I had ever imagined in a partner: kind, witty, intelligent, and beautiful in a way that drew attention wherever she went. It wasn't just love at first sight. It felt like fate had intervened. Our paths crossed in the most unexpected of places, a bookstore of all places. I was lost in the pages of a John Grisham novel when she accidentally bumped into me, her arms stacked with books. The sheepish smile she flashed, followed by her gentle laugh, melted away the usual reserve I kept around strangers. Before I knew it, we were chatting like old friends, comfortable and at ease in each other's company. By the time we parted ways, I had her number. Within a week, we were on our first date, and just 2 years later we were married. The wedding was simple yet filled with meaning, surrounded by family and close friends. I watched Emma walk down the aisle, my heart pounding, convinced I was the luckiest man alive. And for a while I truly was. But after our third anniversary, things began to shift. Small changes crept in, subtle at first. Minor disagreements over trivial things became more frequent, and the once effortless conversations we shared started to feel distant. I tried to convince myself it was nothing, that every couple faces rough patches, that these things happened. But deep down, I couldn't shake the feeling that something wasn't right. Then came Mia. Emma met Mia at a work event, and from the moment they clicked, it was as if she had found someone who breathed a new kind of life into her. Mia was bold, magnetic, and full of an energy that pulled people in. Emma, who had always been grounded and gentle, seemed captivated by her. At first, I was happy that Emma had found a friend who brought her out of her shell, someone who made her laugh, who seemed to bring joy into her life. But it wasn't long before that friendship began to eclipse everything else. Emma spent more and more time with Mia, weekends, evenings, even late nights, until our quiet nights together felt like distant memories. I found myself alone more often, waiting, wondering when she would come home. I voiced my concern one evening, as she prepared to go out yet again. "I feel like I barely see you anymore," I said, trying to keep my voice steady. She paused, applying her makeup, but didn't look up. "It's not like I'm abandoning you," she replied, her voice distant. "I just need some time to myself." It stung. "It feels like you're prioritizing everything but us," I said quietly. She rolled her eyes. "You're being dramatic. Mia is just a friend. You have nothing to worry about." I wanted to believe her. I really did. I tried to, but something inside me kept telling me otherwise. And then came the night of the party. It was a Friday evening, and she was more animated than usual, excited about an exclusive penthouse event Mia had invited her to. I knew Mia was reckless, unpredictable. There was something about her I couldn't trust. "I don't think you should go," I said carefully, my voice tight with concern. She froze for a moment, looking at me like I had just insulted her. "Why not?" she demanded. "I don't trust Mia," I said, my words measured. "She's reckless. I don't think she has your best interests at heart." Emma laughed bitterly. "It's just a party, Liam. I'll be fine." She paused, her eyes narrowing. "Please, let's stay in tonight. Watch a movie. Cook together like we used to." There was a flicker of doubt in her eyes, but then she set her jaw and turned to leave. "I'm going, Liam. You don't get to control me." And with that she walked out the door. The hours that followed felt like they dragged on endlessly. I tried to distract myself, but my mind kept circling back to our argument. By midnight, I had messaged her 3 times. No response. By 3:30 a.m., the door finally opened, and she stumbled inside. Her makeup was smeared, her hair a mess, her dress torn. "What happened?" I asked, rushing to her side, my heart sinking. "Nothing," she muttered, avoiding my gaze. "Just a rough night." "A rough night? You look like you've been through hell," I said, my voice shaking with concern. "Talk to me." She muttered something about a fight with Mia, and disappeared into the bedroom, leaving me in a daze. The days that followed were thick with tension. Emma was more distant than ever, always on her phone, evading my questions. I overheard her having hushed calls at odd hours, and when I asked, she would dismiss them as nothing but work-related. But one day, while cleaning, her phone lit up on the counter, and there it was. "Last night was unforgettable. Can't wait to see you again." My heart stopped. That was the moment. When she came home that night, I couldn't hold back. I confronted her. "Who is he?" I asked, showing her the message on the screen. Her face drained of color. "Liam, it's not what you think," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "Then explain it," I demanded, my voice cracking with betrayal. "Right now, it looks like you've been lying to me for months." Tears filled her eyes as she broke down in front of me. She confessed, her sobs choking her words. It hadn't been just one night. The affair had been ongoing, and the realization shattered everything I thought I knew. The trust between us, once so strong, had crumbled into dust. No apology could repair the damage. The foundation of our marriage had collapsed. I filed for divorce the very next day. Emma was stunned, begging me to reconsider. But the pain was too fresh, the betrayal too deep. The legal process was long and brutal, but I stayed firm. The court ruled in my favor. She lost everything. The life we had built, the future we had dreamed of. Starting over wasn't easy. I moved to a new city, buried myself in work, and slowly, painfully found a sense of peace. Through mutual acquaintances, I heard bits and pieces of her life unraveling. Mia was gone, and Emma was left to pick up the pieces of her shattered world. Looking back now, I realized that letting go of her was the best decision I could have made. It wasn't the ending I had imagined, but it was the one I needed.